I was born in Yemen, in a remote village. And I grew up as a farmer, working on these farms. It's a very beautiful place. One day, I had an accident where I dislocated a joint in the ring finger of my right hand. Now, this village does not have a well-equipped hospital. It is understaffed. It doesn't have all the equipment. So instead of taking me to a hospital, I was taken to someone who is called Al-Hakim. Now, Al-Hakim is an Arabic word which translates into the wise man. It means that this person knows everything about everything. You have a heart attack, you have a bone injury, you have a problem in your brain or anything, you go to Al-Hakim. This is a person who claims to know all about medicine, which is a fraud, actually. Now, I enter to the house of this person, and he inspects the broken joint. He's looking at it, pretending that he's actually analyzing it scientifically. It's just a broken joint. And he grabs one of the plants, and he started crushing the plant and wrapping the finger with crushed plant leaves. And I'm looking at him and thinking, how's that going to do anything? I mean, the bone is inside the flesh. So how is it going to fix a broken or a dislocated joint? Well, needless to say, it's more than 20 years later. It's still dislocated. There is no camera to show you, but it is really still dislocated. Yeah? Good thing that the pain is gone. Every time I look at it, I'm reminded that there are people in the society who love to claim big things. They love to claim that they know everything. They make extraordinary claims without us questioning them. This could have been a life and death situation, and a person could have died. And we trust our lives to, in the hands of such people. Which is why I decided to become a science communicator, to inform people about science from authentic and reliable sources, to provide them information from where they should know. And, well, I'm happy to say that many years later, there are over 34 million science enthusiasts who are following my posts on social media. Now, when the coronavirus pandemic started, I have to be honest with you, I was very skeptical myself. I mean, we have heard about the SARS epidemic. We have heard about the Ebola, and they were all contained because we trust that the best minds are always working to stop these from becoming global disasters. And then the World Health Organization published a tweet saying that, well, there is no risk of human-to-human transmission of the novel coronavirus. And that was at the very beginning of the pandemic. And this gave us a sense of comfort. Okay, looks like it's not going to be a problem. Well, and then videos started circulating from Chinese hospitals in Wuhan, and they were devastating. You would see doctors crying, they cannot go home. They're not allowed to go home because the hospitals are overwhelmed with patients, and they have to attend to these patients. Let's watch one of these videos. There were hundreds of videos like that. And even worse, there were hundreds of false claims at the very beginning of the pandemic. People drinking camel's urine trying to cure the coronavirus. Where did they get that information from? Some of them were drinking bleach to try to flush out the virus. Over 700 people died at the beginning of the pandemic because they were expecting this information to come from authentic sources. But it didn't. To the point where the World Health Organization published a post saying, please don't drink bleach. Right? It's a common sense. It doesn't cure, it kills. So where did the people get this information from? Now here's the thing. When disasters strike, when pandemics start, people are terrified. And there is a group of society, people who like to make things up. And now that we have social media in our hands, people can broadcast their thoughts, and some of them broadcast their thoughts as facts, and they become stuck in people's minds. They become very difficult to get rid of. And my goal, when I saw all of this happening and unfolding, was to make sure to provide people with authentic information from the very beginning before this gets out of hand. But how? How can we do that? I mean, science can be complicated, complex, boring to some people. Well, the answer is simple. We make it fascinating and engaging. Because when something is fascinating, we become intrigued and compelled to learn more about it. So I did a number of things to make science interesting, to rebuild and establish trust between people and science in times when they needed it the most. Well, the first thing I published was daily updates and facts about coronavirus. And as you can see, these are daily infographics. They are visually engaging. When you see them in your news feed, you stop scrolling and you read. And what's most amazing about this is that I would always include the source. So if you are someone who would like to see the source, well, that's the link. Or if you are someone who would like to learn more details beyond what's written on this, you can also just click on the link. The second thing that I did was the daily coronavirus updates. I noticed that a lot of people were going to different websites collecting their news about the coronavirus, and I said, you know what, why not put everything in one place and publish it every day at the same time? And people came to expect these, and they would come back to learn about the coronavirus. How long are we supposed to stay at home? What is the status of the vaccine development? Which countries are doing better than others at fighting the pandemic? All of these were answered on a daily basis here. And at the end of each one of those, I would put the number of daily deaths so that people stay alarmed that this is not over yet, and the number of recoveries so that people get a glimpse of hope that it is not the end. But the most important type of content that I published was the video content. I published over 400 videos about the coronavirus during the pandemic. And when I say during the pandemic, I don't mean that it's over. It's still ongoing, by the way. It's not over yet. And there were millions of views, millions of people were engaging with these videos. And I also noticed in the comment section, people were asking a lot of questions. For example, if you receive a delivery from Amazon, will you get a coronavirus? Or if you go to the grocery store and you want to buy something, will you get a coronavirus when you come back? These are common questions.